Hello golfers, Jess Frank coming to you from the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and today, how to start your downswing. So your downswing is super important, obviously, and how to start it. I get questions about this all the time. People are asking me, what starts the downswing? Is it the arms bringing down? Is it the hips turning? Is it the shoulders turning? What starts the downswing? And so today I've got a great drill for you that's going to show you this. I've brought the driver and the iron, so you're going to be able to do both with the same amount of quality here. So what I always say to people is that most golfers do not get enough lateral slide in their swing. Most golfers slide a turn too much and swing across the ball to the left. Okay, so my interpretation of what starts the downswing for stock, it always depends on each individual golfer, but I think what starts the golf swing for most of the great players, if not all the great players, is the fact that on the way down, their first motion down is the slide or the left hip towards the target here. And the way I like to describe that is to talk about when I swing back, I want to feel the left foot is going to crush a can underneath my foot. And you can see this here, that moves me forward, that moves my hips, my pelvis laterally enough, forward enough, where most people don't get there ever. So it's going to be to the top of the swing. First motion down is going to be crushing the can. And what it does, you can see this here, is that my shoulders are still a little closed. I'm pushing into the ground here, so I can use this force off the ground. I can push off the ground and use this as like a spring-like effect. So when I do that, I push into the ground. This is really good because you can see here how it holds the angle here. I've got the angle. I haven't thrown anything away. The shoulders are still tilted, so I'm creating a downward angle of approach. And then from here, this club can swing down and hit the ground every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that slowly at first with an iron. Okay, so this is going to be the crush the can, take the club back to the top, crush the can, hit in here, hit to the ball. So it would look like this. So it's a really good motion of moving my hips forward enough to get the bottom of the swing forward enough to hit the ball solid to hit it up in the air. So that's really important for most people who want to hit the ball farther, higher, and more solid. So that's the first motion down. So you can also see when I do that, when I crush the can, it also gives me like that Sam Snead squat a little bit here. So I'm kind of pushing this here. You can also see when I do this, this is super important now. Remember, I'm just talking about my lower center. Think about your belly button, your lower center here. I'm not talking about my upper center, just my lower center. So as I take it back, I'm going to crush the can, but you can see that my head is still centered. And then I swing through. So it's not like I'm moving, I'm not doing this, not moving everything forward. That's bad. We don't want that. We want to go to the top, crush the can, the club comes down. And you can also see I really get my handle forward, my weight forward, tilting the shoulders, arms straight, weight off the back foot here. So I'm doing everything that you'd want. Crush the can, and boy, that was really compressed. If I could compress it every time like that, I'd be really happy. So that's for the iron. Now let's go to the driver, okay? Now everybody asks me, well, what's the difference between the iron and the driver? Well, if you're not moving forward enough with the iron, you're definitely not moving forward enough with the driver. So this is super important. Because the club is longer, you're swinging it faster, you have to move forward enough to make sure that you have enough side bend to level out the driver. Of course, you don't want to be hitting the ground with the driver. That does not work. So again, I'm going to go ahead and set up to it. In the driver setup, we got a little tilt to the right. Go ahead, take it to the top. Again, crush the can, but you can see now that gives me enough side bend to hit the driver. And also, if you look at that, my hips are extended, my head's centered, I haven't moved forward. I see so many people with the driver moving forward and turning their shoulders too much. So it's going to look like this here, back, crush the can, but you can see where my head is here. I haven't moved my head and my hips forward. I'm just moving, remember, I'm just moving my lower center forward. That gives me enough push into the ground where I can push off and move forward. So let's go ahead and hit one like that. So if I could hit them all like that, I'd be really happy. So that was awesome. And so that really can help you. Most people, again, they don't move their hips far enough forwards to the target. They usually stay back on their back foot, pull their arms in, and they kind of hit across the ball. So you get that leftward path, that slice, just not what you're looking for, obviously. So it really works with both. So it works not only with your irons, but it also works with the driver. And like I said, if you're not doing it enough with your irons, you're definitely not doing it enough with your driver. I mean, the driver for sure, you have to do more of it because you're, again, longer club, less loft, less offset. So again, we're going to look like this with the driver. Take it back to the top, crush the can. Then you can see my hips have moved forward. I'm extending already because I'm pushed off the ground. I'm pushed off the ground with both legs. So you can see that I'm pushing off. My arms are straight, handles forward. I've got nice tilt in the shoulders here. So it looks really, really good. And it's a great, again, great way to hit the driver. Let's try that again now. So 2 in a row, pretty straight right there. I like it. Pretty solid too. And you know what? I normally hit the ball pretty high, and those shots were a little bit lower, which I like. I like that lower ball flight for a driver. So it obviously, me practicing this is a good thing for me, of moving my hips forward, crushing the can. What it's doing is keeping my handle forward for me to de-loft the club just enough. So I'm not scooping or trying to hit the ball up in the air, and I'm definitely not moving across. My shoulders are definitely not moving around me like that. So again, really good stuff. So crush the can really, really help your game. So that's why I'm doing this for you. Again, my name's Jess Frank. I've been teaching this game for over 20 years. Love helping you guys play better golf. Love seeing the comments. Thank you so much for all the kind comments. I'm glad that the game is getting easier and better for you watching these videos. So please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let me know how I can help you play better golf. Also, if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area and you need dry cleaning brought to you, please see my friend Ara, A&T Dry Cleaners. It's in the description below. That would be awesome as well. He's a great guy, loves golf, and even teaching his little niece now, which is awesome as well. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.